Hello traders and welcome to another video review. Today is Tuesday, July 21st, 2026 obviously, and we are going to take a look at the economic calendar for today first. So what do we have in the economic calendar? No high important data releases, but we have some medium important data releases like the one from the New Zealand CPI data, average earning index, climate count change, employment change, and unemployment rate data from the UK are expected to be released as well. German current conditions and economic sentiment data are scheduled for release at 11 o'clock, and at 11 o'clock we got the Eurozone economic sentiment data releases as well. Global daily trade price index is scheduled for release at from the New Zealand is scheduled for release at 2 o'clock, and at the end of the day, 10:30, we got the one and only data from the USA. This is API weekly crude oil stock for all of you oil traders. So as you can see, some data releases medium important for today, no high important data releases. So without any further ado, let's switch to the charts and we start with euro dollar. So the current situation in the euro dollar is still the same. As you can see, what do we have here is a big channel to the downside, right? Sloping to the downside. So we have a downtrend in the background. Obviously, very important black channel. Black level 1.1247. This is from the weekly support from the. This is technical support from the weekly time frame. Obviously, now what we can apply more to this situation in terms of the parallel channel. You can see this this channel that we had not that long ago. So this is the another channel, and that was kind of a interesting channel because it used to be a corrective channel to the upside. Okay, and inside of this channel, so again we got this other channel, but we will start with the trend line. Okay, we will start with the trend line, and from the swing high at 1.1484, we got this situation when we moved a little bit lower towards this level here. So we will mark this as a trend line. So as long as we trade inside of the channel, blue channel, there is a chance that we will move higher. Right, as long as we trade below this orange line, the chances are that the bearish pressure will intensify, especially that we are below the level of 50 right now. Let me just place the horizontal line on the level of 50 so we know where we are. There you go. Okay, so that's the one situation. The second situation is the blue channel. The third situation is the yellow channel. The range is still the same, roughly 1.1483. So this is the level here, and obviously the technical support at 1.1368. This is the swing low. 1.1323. Any breakout lower would eventually confirm the bearish bias to the downside. Any breakout above the swing high and especially above 1.15 would confirm the bullish bias a little bit more. Nevertheless, it doesn't actually look like this market wants to go anywhere because this is purely sideways market oscillating around the middle of the RSI indicator. Cable continues to move lower after making a local high at 1.3550. I think it was 55. Yes. So we will apply the parallel channel here. So you can see that those markets are moving quite in the same way. Okay, so we can apply this channel here. We have a burst to the upside out of the channel, right? But then we returned very quickly to this channel yet again. Now it looks like this channel, it helps bulls to move higher. So any breakout below the channel is or out of the channel is basically bearish, especially if we break below 1.3390, 1.3383, this local technical support levels. Momentum is already down. We went as low as 43 points. Now we are trying to break back above the level of 50, but as you can see, the volatility is not that big as the market is trying to stay inside of this channel. US dollar versus the Japanese yen. Our triangle, as you can see, works well, quite well. It might not be triangle whatsoever. Nevertheless, look at the lower line. Look at the lower line as it is right now. Definitely creating some sort of the support as the price keeps moving higher. So the dips are being bought on the US dollar versus the Japanese yen. Momentum is already showing us that the positive side of the positive area, positive range of the RSI above 50 towards 70 has been right now a little bit taken a little bit right now, almost 60 points on the RSI. So it looks like we might have a breakout to the upside sooner or later above that level of 162.86. So that situation is looking bullish for the US dollar versus the Japanese yen, unless we break below this low from the July 5th, 160.51. Gold market is trading inside of the range. If we zoom out, you can see the black level. This is the technical support from the weekly, 3,884. That's fine. These days the momentum moved away from the level of 50. Let me just place the level of 50 momentum here. There you go, roughly. So you can see the increasing right now momentum to the upside. Local technical line, which we called, of course, the trend line, has been, as I think it was violated. Where is my line? I think this line was violated here. There you go. So we have a breakout. Obviously, this short-term trend line on 4-hour time frame chart we will always mark in sort of the orange color. So you can see now that we have a breakout above the trend line. Nevertheless, it doesn't actually tell us very much, because we need a breakout above this level here in order to confirm that maybe, just maybe, the bulls are in charge of this market. So right now it's okay, but we need to break above 4,200 and at least 17 to confirm the bullish movement. If we zoom out, you can clearly see that we are moving inside of this. Well, this can be some kind of a channel as well, but generally in the background there is a down trend on the gold. Please remember that on the weekly, maybe not go to the weekly but daily, there you go, we still have this Elliott wave, potential Elliott wave structure. We call it complex and time consuming corrective cycle. Right now we have this cycle labeled as the W, X and Y. So right now we just let me just move it. There you go. This is Y, this is X. Don't know why it's flipped. There you go. And it's like this. So we are looking for the bottom for the wave Y. So the correction will be complete, and if we zoom out, we can clearly see that in the background there is multi-year uptrend. But this correction is the biggest correction in years on gold. So we are waiting, we acknowledge that this is the correction, and we are waiting for this correction to complete, and the cycle will be done, and the market will be ready to move higher. So right now this correction is already complex and time consuming. Let's wait for the signals that market will give us regarding the situation when this cycle is done, right? It's terminated and the uptrend is back on gold. It's not yet. S&P 500, this is daily time frame chart. As you can see, you got this trend line here. Let me just zoom out a little bit. There you go. This trend line, obviously, let's stick to the colors that we always use. This is short term. Trend line, but the level of 7,430 is been used as a technical support for many days, many times already. So as long as we trade above this level, the outlook remains bullish whatsoever. So outlook remains bullish. We can still see the movement to the upside sooner or later. Nevertheless, with this kind of the momentum, it might be a little bit tricky. So we are just trying to break above the level of 50 yet again. Then we can penetrate the levels 7,500, 7,600 on the S&P 500. Otherwise, the market will stay in this level. Crude oil rallying over 27% from the lows around the level of 68, as I remember, sorry, 67.04. Recent movement to the downside is quite big correction. Nevertheless, the previous gap has been closed. and now this market might be ready to move higher. So this is our trend line. It's a weak trend line. It used to be a golden trend line, as you know, but now it's violated. As you can see, after the breakout, we got this situation here with the consolidation and movement to the upside. It means bulls are in charge of this market right now. Nevertheless, we can see multiple divergence between what is the market doing and what is the price doing, right? So we have movement to the upside here, right? And we have higher highs and higher lows on this during this movement. And if we apply it to the momentum, you can see the momentum is roughly decreasing a little bit. Nevertheless, it's still strong momentum. So this situation here is telling us that the movement to the upside might be corrective, and it's waiting for a some sort of the pullback or correction, especially if this level here 80.54, or especially even if this area here is violated and the market went lower towards the level of $75. And last but not least, the Bitcoin is breaking higher. Finally, we managed to break above this level here, 65,600. Local high was done at 65,992. So it's not that big breakout. Nevertheless, something is going on the Bitcoin. As you can see, this trend line will not be that necessary anymore. Now we are going to base on levels. This one is violated, so the next target is 67,292. That's a very important target. Let me just zoom out. There you go, because any breakout here opens the road towards the level of 70,000. That's very interesting here in that hour situation. So we need to wait on the development on this movement. We will see how this will play out sooner or later. That level here is no longer valid. Market doesn't respect this level, and I can't see any channel, any interesting channel here on this market. And the trend line, yes, there is one on the bottom. However, not much is going to be seen here from the technical point of view. So maybe let's finish and wrap it up here with the Bitcoin on weekly, and I think it's even on a monthly highs, yeah, because this is the low, yeah, from the 1st July. So weekly, monthly highs on the Bitcoin. That's everything from me for today. Thank you very much for watching this analysis, and I hope I see you guys next time. So take care and bye bye.